Sometimes predictability may not be a bad thing. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of the new Netflix original movie, Back in Action, the newest film from director Seth Gordon. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, every once in a while, well, most of the time, Netflix will put out a movie that's high budgeted and stars major actors. It happens. This time we have Jamie Foxx and, of course, Cameron Diaz coming out of retirement to star in a movie about two spies who go into hiding for 15 years and start a family. They, in the process, are found out and they have to go on a Rick-rolling adventure with their kids to stop the bad guys from taking over a device. So, if you think about it, it's pretty similar to every other movie that has had this kind of premise. But in the process, they come across their, Cameron Diaz's mother, who's played by, of course, Glenn Close, and it becomes a story that is very predictable and something that you probably have seen many times before, but it stars Cameron Diaz and, of course, Jamie Foxx. So I got to admit, it's kind of nice to see Cameron Diaz back after 12 years of retirement. She, of course, took time off, more power to her. She stepped aside. Ironically, the last movie she was in was Annie, which also starred Jamie Foxx. And apparently Jamie Foxx coerced her to come back for this movie, and now she's doing a bunch of other films and stuff like that. But it is nice. And on top of everything, Seth Gordon is a pretty competent director. At least he knows what he's doing, I guess you could say. Not all of his films are great, but, he has its moments. Horrible Bosses and The King of Kong. Like Fist of Quarters or whatever it's called. And so this movie didn't really look that great, to be fairly honest. I wasn't expecting it to be great. I was expecting it to be a January Netflix movie, and I was expecting a high budget, actors that have good chemistry, and that's what I was looking forward to. So with that said, this is exactly what it is. It's a very predictable, the twist you see coming from a mile away. Two actors that have great chemistry, that have, a predicament premise. They're spies. They're, bad guys, whatever they are. It's a very traditional story that doesn't try anything new, but adds in some fun with like young kids, and adds in Glenn Close and Kyle Chandler's in this movie as somebody who was like their handler in a lot of respects. And it becomes a movie about a couple just going on an adventure with their kids, and their kids finding out they're or spies or whatever. And there's not really much more else to say from that. The Glenn Close character is a mother who apparently is British. Apparently, Cameron Diaz in this movie is British. And this movie has Andrew Scott for some reason as an MI6 agent who has a history with Emily and kind of is in love with Emily. It's kind of funny in a lot of respects. This has a character played by Jamie Demetriou, who plays like bumbling spy guy or whatever that is kind of in a relationship with Glenn Close's character. And to be fairly honest, I expected nothing out of this movie, and I got exactly what I expected. It's a pretty terrible movie, to be fairly honest. It's not good by any standard or imagination. It doesn't try to be anything more than it is. And I'm kind of perfectly all right with that. I don't hate this movie. I don't necessarily love this movie. I just find it fine. I find it very, as said in a lot of like places, very cromulent in a lot of respects. It is what it is. It goes exactly where it's going to go. The action set pieces are over the top and silly, and in a normal society, it would boggle the mind how that happens. I just found it what it was. It's a Netflix movie. It's a early 2000s looking movie with early 2000s special effects and storylines. This would be like something that would fit in the world of Fast and the Furious or Triple X or any of those action movies. And I just appreciate the fact that Cameron Diaz has come back for something, because she's been gone too long. And we demand a lot from actors and stuff like that, but when somebody with Cameron Diaz's kind of pedigree, that she's just very likable and very entertaining to watch. And she's playing off somebody she's worked with before, with, of course, Jamie Foxx, who actually had a stroke while filming this movie, to be fairly honest. It's just nice to see them play just kind of goofy, over-the-top, silly characters. And once again, it doesn't really do anything different. It ends exactly how you think it's going to end. It has the exact twist you think it's going to have. And in the end, that's kind of what you ask for. You don't ask for anything different. You don't ask for anything new. You just ask for more of the same. And whether that's a good thing or bad thing is up to you for determination. I would definitely not put this in my most disappointing or best. I would just put this in kind of, I'm going to forget about this movie for a week after I watched it. You know, if you're watching on a Friday night and you're watching with the family, I think this is perfectly fine movie watching. So there you go. But honestly, with that said, that is going to be my take on Back in Action, the newest film on Netflix, starring, of course, Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz. So that's worth something, I guess. Some decent action, so there you go. Anyways, with that said, thank you so much for watching my review. I do appreciate it. In the comments below, what is your favorite type of film that deals with this type of scenario? You know, the couple who get into a major crisis with kids or whatever. You know, let me know in the comments below. But otherwise, thank you so much. If you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button. As always, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out, guys.